Hello everyone, it is Ouroboros Reroll here. I have some news for you guys about the new TU16 update. I have some good news, and I have some very bad news in opinion. So currently, they released the information about the next update. Picoro's hoster was reverted back to where it originally was changed to. So now you're going to have a best in slot hoster that no other host is going to compete against. Nothing, absolutely nothing, both PvE and PvP will be able to compete against. There's absolutely nothing. The hoster is broken, and I'm going to tell you about all the updates, but let's start with the hoster first. So, hosters. You have the Dodge City exotic hoster, and you have the Imperial Dynasty. You have the Waveform, which are three exotics, which we will ignore. So we have a Closeout, and then we have a Forge. So besides the Closeout and the Forge, those aren't good. Nobody uses those. Alright. Now let's use a good hoster for example. Let's do I don't know, anything. Here's a blue Fenris Scoopos. So let's read verbatim what the hoster says. The PTS hoster. The Picoro's hoster will roll a 15% weapon damage attribute. 15% as an attribute along a yellow or blue core. So not only would it have the 15% base damage, it's just base, it's going to have another core. Either a blue or yellow, most likely blue for PvP. It goes to be yellow. So that's still going to be the best for yellow builds. So some of you might be saying it's not going to be the best for yellow builds. It will be the best for yellow builds. You will just use it a blue. And a second attribute. I don't know what a second attribute is, but that better not be an all thing. You know, it's gonna have two attributes is what I'm assuming it's gonna say. So two attributes, aka headshot damage or critical hit damage. So that hoster will beat out a Fenris, an actual assault rifle brand or a Solikov, it doesn't matter what brand it is going to beat it by an extra 5%. So now let's say, you put a Fenris, on the mask or something. Alright, so you don't need two pieces of Fenris, right? So you're like, what would be another good hoster? Oh, maybe a Walker Harris, one of the best PvP hosters out there. Here we go, a Walker Harris. Wait, why am I using a Walker Harris? Right, you're right. Let me use my Picaro hoster. I'm going to get 170,000 armor and an extra 10%, an extra 10% weapon damage. So it beats out Walker by 3 times. Some of you might say, oh, but I use an all red build. Why would I I use an all red glass cannon build right here. Why would I use a Picoro's hoster instead, See, this build, if you put the hoster in, it's 15%, right? So in an all red, absolutely full on red, it's gonna lose out by 5%. If you put a Walker Harris here, because if you just keep it red, but you're telling me you're gonna run around that weak in a DZ with no armor? So you see the increase right here. I'm at almost 1 million armor compared to like 700 and almost 800, right? So that's almost like a 200 difference. You're telling me that little extra 5% matters to you so much that you're not gonna run that hoster for more survivability? I don't think so. I don't think so. So the hoster absolutely broken. Now let's talk about it for a yellow build. I don't have one on me at the current moment, but let's see. Imagine, where are they? They're on the stash on my other character. But if you run, just imagine all these were yellow, right? Every single one of these pieces were yellow. I would run engineer or technician, some people call, and I'm already at 2 skill tier with the pistol. Then I run the Precau's holster. I'm going to use a system protocol for it. It hacks a protocol. And this is gonna be my Precau's holster, which is gonna have a yellow core on it, and some armor. So not only am I at 1 million armor, I have a core on that with skill damage and skill haste, most likely. Skill damage and skill haste. It's gonna have the attributes on it. So I get an extra 170 armor and 12% skill haste. So 12% skill haste is a Hana U. It's a one piece Hana U. Right? Let's go to the bench so we can take a look at the pieces. So instead of wearing one piece Hana U, I would wear this I would wear that holster. So as you see, 10% right there. Now I would put on another AB or BA. They changed the name, of course. So now I am at 4 skill tiers. So I have 2 here by the way of wearing 2 pieces, right? So I have 2 pieces of AB. I have 2 skill tiers, and then 3 with the mask because the mask has a skill tier on it. Then I have 4 with the card custom. Now I got 5. I got 5. If I put on a Memento backpack, I now have 6. And here I will put on y'all here and a contractors here and a Fox's Prayer here to simulate. So these ones right here will just be other things. So I would be at 1.6 million armor as a full skill tier. That is going to be absolutely crazy. I have 6 skill tiers. So I have 1 here, 2 here, now 3, because remember, 2 pieces of BA is a skill tier and skill haste. I have my Memento, I have my pistol, and I have this. So with just 3 pieces of gear, okay, 3 pieces of gear, remember that, 3 pieces, I have all the skill tiers with a card custom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I have 3 other pieces that I could roll armor if I wanted to. Right here, let's put armor on it. 1.8 million. I could be a 6 skill tier tank with 1.8 million armor. I could literally just dive off somebody with a sticky bomb and just kill them. That is powerful. All because they let this holster get into it. That is powerful. Full unbroken. You could also run this in a full tank build. Let's see. Let's put on a catharsis. We'll put on this mask here. We'll put on a. I don't know if I can. Anything will work. Gilligard. So it's still gonna be like 2 million armor. You know, like not much is gonna change. But now you have 15% weapon damage here. So you know how they were saying about removing expertise from the game, right? Let's actually put on a proper tank build. I don't like looking at that. Let's go a little higher. So with this build here, I will take off a Gilligard or a UG, and I will put that new holster in here. Now I got an extra 15% weapon damage for this build to actually kill people as full tank. So they said removing expertise. You know, they're talking about removing expertise. but you're giving us the expertise back in the holster. But even without the expertise, I now so if I look at the stats right now, I have 21% all weapon damage, and I have 15% assault rifle. So now I would be at an extra. It doesn't make sense for it to be at 21. You know. So I have 10% from the watch, and I have about 20%. Oh, it's because I'm using dread edit. Here we go. Now it's gonna make sense. So I have 30% weapon damage and 30% AR damage. Then I have an extra 15% from the holster. Then I got an extra 30% from insync. I'm going to be melting people. Well, not melting people, but I'm going to be hitting hard as this crazy ass tank build right here. There's no way you're gonna tell me, but UG gives me 5% total armor. I'd rather have 15% weapon damage than 5% total armor. Anybody will have that. Any PvP player will have that. So now you seem to be better for a skill build, better for a DPS build, and the only thing it's not better for is an all red build. So all red builds are not gonna be that as viable as they used to be because this host is gonna make it so powerful, right? So for instance, let me show you a normal build. I will destroy this holster. I would replace it with the new one. I'll just put the Gilligard here. I would change out Cheska holster, and I will put it either on my backpack or my mask. Most likely my backpack, because I don't 15% crit hit damage is not as good as 10% crit chance if you need crit chance. And now this build will just do more damage, and I'm more tankier. Again, I change out the holster for the new holster. You know, anything. You know, ammo down. We'll say ammo down. I'm now at 1.6 million armor. I hit harder because I replaced 10% crit chance with 50% weapon damage. You know, I lose 15% crit hit damage, but I have 15% weapon damage, which is way more valuable because it's getting multiplied by perfect flatline and spotter and contractors and damage out of cover, you know, Fox's prayers, literally just better. And I get 10% skill haste. Nice for the foam. Now let's look at another build. Let's see a shotgun build. Right? So this is not accurately here at the moment. Let me just fix it. Okay. We'll just put this on for now. I'll put this one on. So now I'm at 1.8. I'm using Coyote's mask because I'm the buffer of the team. You know, most people don't use Coyote's mask. You know, they use Catharsis. Right. So here's a 6 blue, 2 million armor build shotgun. You know, most people use flatline on the shotgun. You know. But I'm going to have a holster now that will give me an extra 15% weapon damage. So now I can shotgun people even better and go around them and shotgun them. So for a full blue build, that is an amazing holster. I know it sounds like I'm moaning and crying about it. I kind of am, yeah, in a sense. But I'm trying to make you guys aware of just how broken that thing is. Like, you see, like, 420, 384, like, 458, right? In PvE damages, I'm probably going to hit for close to 500. I could show you that by putting an actual holster on that's red. Let's just put this one on. It gives me no shotgun damage. $524. You saw right there. $524. That's a huge damage increase, especially in PvE. And in PvP, that is a disgusting damage difference. Absolutely horrendous. But that's all I have to say about the holster. Any PvP build, it's a mandatory. It's now a contractors and Fox's prayers is now best in slot without a doubt. Just like Matador is in a sense, best in slot. There's no arguing about it. Unless you're doing a full red build, an absolute full red build, there's not a chance. In any build, for my Hackster Protocol build here, I will be making a video on it next update. I'm going to replace the Achilles mask, have someone else wear it. I will put in the next holster, and I would run it about. I wouldn't use. I would use. You know. So this will be the Picaro's holster here. I would run it full blue to red, and I would still be doing the same amount of damage. I'm now 1.6 million armor. This build will now give me about 4.4 million armor in return. So, like, that's how much of a crazy, or like 4.2, like 4.3, somewhere around that. I'm not doing the math off the top of my head. And it hits the same. There's no damage difference. It hits the same. It hits same as hard. I have an extra 170,000 damage. I mean armor. I got an extra 15 damage to be amplified by the Lady Death. I lose out on nothing. My friend will be running the Kirby's Master instead of me. You know, because builds are gonna be changing, and this build's gonna be so much better. Or I can still run it with another red. You know, chase down a piece, 3 red, 3 blue, still same amount of armor, it's just a lot more damage. Now let's look at another build, Hunter's Fury. Hunter's Fury is gonna have a hard time fitting that building. It's gonna be a hard time because you're gonna have to wear that disgusting backpack or the disgusting chest piece. Let's see for this build right here. I would run it here, put on a Ferris chest piece, and put on the holster. More damage. But that's enough about the holster. I probably spent like 15 minutes talking about the holster. Now let's talk about the good stuff. Also, if anybody could get me into the ETF for PvP and PvE, please let them know. Because as you guys can tell, I am a build god. I am amazing at making builds. I'm amazing at understanding the game. I know everything about the game. You've seen every possible build variation on this channel if you have watched every single video. I am amazing at this game, at understanding what is good and what is bad, what is healthy, what goes together, what doesn't go together. Please let me know and get in contact with them. I need to get into to the ETFs. So let's talk about the other stuff. Now the countdown, that's going to be fun. Countdown is going to be so much more fun. They're going to add a bunch of new game modes to countdown, and it's going to drop a lot more loot for legendaries and stuff. You're going to need to actually work together, I hope, and be able to do the challenges. For the Dark Zone, they're not going to fix the loot. The loot's still going to be broken. However, if you deconstruct an exotic pestilence in the Dark Zone, you keep the piece. So you don't need to extract it anymore. So killing farmers are not going to be that benefit. So people who are in here for PvP, if they kill the farmer, they're not going to get the exotics from them anymore. So they're wasting their time a little bit. But I mean, the other loot, like if they get a yard guild, they'll still get it. But the amount exotics that I'm gonna drop in the dark zone are gonna be twice as much as the legendary and a lot better apparently. So you're gonna get a lot of exotics here, but they're still not gonna fix the targeted loot. They got bigger priorities, is what they say. But I'm definitely gonna be farming in the dark zone to get more exotics because upgrading gear is terrible, absolutely terrible. They don't also countdown like the hunters and stuff like that. They're going to make it so the first hunters don't give you good stuff, and the last hunters give you the best of stuff. So people have to stick around to get the good stuff in there. And there's gonna be a new game mode coming out in the next season, not this season, the one that's coming up tomorrow, but the next season, season 11. It's gonna be a new roguelike game mode where you start from zero, you get some perks and stuff like that. It's like a roguelite. That sounds fun to me. If you ever played a roguelite in any other game, they are fun and they waste all your time just having fun. It's very nice. Roguelites are fun. I can't wait. I'm excited for it. I'm also excited for Hotland. If you guys want to see me play Hotland, please get in contact with them because I would love to play Hotland, test Hotland. Oh man, I would love to get into Hotland. But anyways, enough about Hotland. So they also said something about legendaries. Yeah, legendaries. They don't think legendaries are good for hardcore players. They're gonna make something else meant for them. So there's that. Also, like normal enemies, like heroic or elite enemies and stuff like that. Like any enemies above challenging. So if you set your ward to challenging, any NPC in the open world, in the mission, and anything above challenging will drop. They have a chance to drop exotics, which is absolutely nice. That is a nice little change, because exotic materials are so hard to get. The shrapnel trap is getting out of the DZ and PvP. Thank the Division Lord, because that thing is just so annoying to be run up on and somebody just shrapnel you from nowhere. They hide behind a corner, you know. So remember, this is a corner. I always use this as a corner. And it's just boom. Dead. Kill off a whole team of agents just for a hand flick. Really. They might kill me, but they're dying. They're not escaping this. There's no escape. And that's very annoying. So now it's out of PvP. It's gonna be fun to not get one shot by some random damn skill coming out of nowhere. Let's see. Again, please, if anybody knows them, please get me into ETF because a lot of people don't know what they're talking about, and I need to get in there. Let's see. They haven't fixed the skill tree. I was hoping they would fix the skill tree because having to know which skill tree has pistol damage or assault rifle damage or rifle damage, sniper damage. I can't wait till they fix it and make it more customizable. That's gonna be fun. I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with it. Now, technician's not gonna be the only tree with skill tier. Apparently, they're gonna make it every single tree, and I can't wait to see what they do with it. It sounds like we could actually make some very nice builds if we could customize skill trees. That's pretty much all I have to say about it. There's not much else to say. The guns and the knuckle, the bloody knuckles and the talents, they're gonna be fun to play around with. I'm going to have a lot of builds with the new stuff coming out. That new gear set, oh man, I can't wait to get my hands on that new gear set for my PlayStation account. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. But as always, my name is Ouroboros Reroll. I've been talking for a while, mostly about the Picaro's holster because it's still broken. I can't believe they reverted back. I can't believe they did that. Again, join my Discord for any division conversations or build advice. I will be there to give you guys any build advice that you need. If you have any questions about builds, I will be there. Also, just have fun out there. The next update is gonna be rough. I think it's gonna be a little rough and there's gonna be a lot of changes made very quickly. That's just my opinion about it. So have fun out there.